Well, the new update is here and it's called Apex Predators, and oh boy, did they really drop the bomb. The Panavia Tornado, F-16, and the MiG-29 are confirmed to be coming. The three most requested Generation 4 fighters now coming in the next update. And while I've been replaying the trailer over and over, I noticed something that while the Tornado gets the AIM-9L along with the F-16, the MiG-29 gets the R-27, which is obvious, but it also gets a new dogfight missile, the R-73. Well, the R-73 itself isn't that big of a deal, but what it means for War Thunder is what's going to be crazy, and here's why. The R-73 is the first of what would be considered high off-bore sight missiles, or HOBs. The R-73 in its base model can pull 40 Gs, though this is not using thrust vectoring just yet, it only uses deflector paddles, and can have a launch distance of between 300 meters up to 30 kilometers and a max altitude of 20 kilometers. So in War Thunder, this would translate to about 3 kilometers at low altitude. High off-bore sight capability means that this missile can keep attacking targets at a cone of about 120 degrees and keep the target tracked even if it's almost directly to the dead port or starboard side of the launch platform. This can also be paired with helmet-mounted devices to cue the seeker to the direction the target is in instead of maneuvering the aircraft's nose to acquire the target first. While the flare sensitivity is better than the R-60M only, the R-73's range and maximum overload allows it to recover from more extreme flare spoofs. The R-73 is superior to the R-60M in every way, including explosive mass, with the R-73 carrying an 8kg continuous rod warhead as opposed to the 2kg high explosive warhead on the R-60. The weight is the issue, as the R-73 was not intended to be a lightweight missile and thus cannot be carried on twin missile pylons on one rail. However, the MiG-29 can carry the same amount of R-73s as the MiG-21's R-60 capability, thanks to 6 missile rails. We can see in the trailer that the MiG-29 can indeed carry 6 R-73s if it gives up the 2 R-27s in the inner wing pylons. So what's the big deal? We already have IR missiles with long range and high bore sight angles since the R-24. Is R-73 really going to be that broken? In my opinion, it's not the R-73 itself that will be the issue, but rather what will come because of this. The R-73 has an R-73E extended range variant that has a longer bore motor that gives it a maximum range of 40 kilometers at high altitude or about 4 kilometers on deck. There's also the R-73M with better IRCCM and allows up to 50 Gs of maneuvering. The next most compatible missile is the ASRAM, used by the Panavia Tornado F3s and later variants of the IDS. Well, currently we're very fortunate that what was added was the early Tornado IDS. Hopefully, I'm not sure. Some friend of mine is telling me that it could be the GR4 because the A6E tram gets paved way for us. But it will really be a cold day when we start getting missiles like the Python 4 and ASRAMs or IRIS-Ts. And yes, the IRIS-T was used on the F4F-Is. But for now, maybe I'll just let the R-73 slide. It's a much needed upgrade to the Russians and the R-60M, where the R-60M stands for Miss, because that's what the missile does half the time. At least it makes the MiG-29 look aesthetic and pretty competitive. I'm looking forward to the Apex Predators dev stream later. Thanks for watching, this is the Dr. MD, Godspeed.